Bones Hyland has come on. He shoots a 15-footer and knocks it in. Bones Hyland from nearby Delaware, Scott. He's got a lot of people in the house.
As Embiid and Jokic battled it out in a clash of bigs, Bones Hyland came up big and stole the show away in front of the firefighters that saved his life 4 years ago.
Bones is shaking and baking. Dump it under. Beautiful pass.
He's in his rookie season at the moment, and so far so good, man, as he's been surprising many with his array of killer moves and just the deep range he has to shoot it from downtown in pressure moments. And that game against the Sixers that he played on Monday, it meant so much to him because it's the only time of the season where he could play 30 minutes away from where his hometown is in Wilmington, Delaware. Hundreds of friends, family, teachers, coaches that he grew up with were able to come in and watch him play during that game in Philly, and boy oh boy did he show out. But we gotta go back, okay, a few months ago, okay, Summer League day. Bones Hyland went off for 28 points and he was clutch down the stretch, hitting big buckets, and you could just see the confidence radiating, just oozing out of him.
Charles Klask told me they wanted to put the ball in your hands for this game today, and you took over in the fourth quarter. What was your mindset?
Just go with Coach says. Honestly, when I go out there and the ball's in my hands, I feel like we good.
And that was a sign right there that the 26th pick was going to have a memorable rookie year, man. He just had the confidence every single time he went on the court. Now I want you to understand that the team he was in, the Nuggets, they were not going to play a random rookie they just picked up late in the first round if they had players like veterans to play over him. And that's what Mike Malone usually does. He elects to play guys, much older guys, much more experienced guys. And so when you see now, in the last couple of weeks, Bones Hyland playing more minutes than Campazzo, that lets you know that he's been able to gain the trust of Coach Mike Malone. And who wouldn't trust him after this game?
He hit 2 big threes last night in the fourth quarter in the victory against Orlando. Hyland all alone. Puts it in. Bones Hyland with a 3-point.
Now, if there was any section of the video that I would want you to pay attention, it's this one. Okay, now we're going to go into the story, right? The tragic story of Bones Hyland 4 years ago. And it's a very bad one. And I don't want you to just listen and doze off and do something else whilst you're listening to this video. I want you to fully pay attention, because a story like this can break anyone, man. It could crush anyone's dreams and hopes. And they were saying Bones Hyland, when this incident happened, they were scared that he might not even be able to play basketball again.
Now Bones has got the big guy Sims with him. Bones trying to get by, 3 to shoot. Bones over the top. Oh my! Jokic 8, 4, and 4 so far. Down goes Walker. Bones lets it rip, and Walker, a big smile on his face.
So as the MVP candidates of the NBA face each other, the storyline that really captured my attention and many others was Bones Hyland playing in front of the firefighters that saved his life on that day when he was in the house with his cousin, with his brother, with his grandmother, and a fire broke out. The firefighters were able to rescue both him and his brother, but unfortunately they weren't able to rescue his grandmother, they weren't able to rescue his cousin. And so now you're being told you may never be able to play basketball, and that some in your family have passed away. Now, fortunately for him, he was able to play basketball after that with renewed passion. He had reinvigorated his love for the game, and now you see him playing his heart out, full of joy and passion. And it's just so beautiful to watch, man, knowing that he came from such a dark past.
Thibault back in guarding Hyland. Plays catch with Cousins. Long three-pointer. Bang! Bones Hyland from downtown.
Every time I check into the game, I do the cross across my chest just to, be thankful that I'm still in this position and just to play basketball, because basketball, doctors told me, 4 years ago I never played basketball again. So, that's something that I thank the Lord for, keeping me on this level and keep me, going.
So now when you're the Nuggets, you see a player like Bones Hyland that you can have as a backup point guard to guys like Monte Morris. That's just beautiful. Despite being a rookie though, he knows that at any point his time may be up, and so he goes out there and plays with everything he's got. And in that game against the Sixers, he had 21 points. He was a bench high plus 16, and he contributed with 4 threes in that fourth quarter. What a sensational game that was. For those that look at his stats saying, well, he just averages under 10 points a game and barely does anything else other than shoot threes, this was a game that showed you, well, just look at the impact he has on offense. Look at who they can give the ball to during late stretches. When Jokic is in the bench, that's what they need. An offensive spark like Highland here.
Ooh. Here comes Highland. Highland thinking about it. Fires away. It's good. Bones Highland, long distance. Highland looking for Jokic. Can't get it to him. Up top to Barton. 4 to shoot. Barton leans in. Back up Highland. Highland, three-pointer. Puts it up. Puts it in.
And boy, this game could not have come at a better time, as we're a month away from the playoffs beginning. And you could just see how impactful a guy like Bones Highland could be with the hot hand during late stretches when Jokic is on the bench resting. This is exactly the type of spark they need on offense. Highland is the type of player that already at 21 years old, he shows up at big moments. I mean, you could just see it when he scored his career high 27 points against the Lakers in that blowout win. I mean, I did say in my previous video that amongst rookies, he is leading them in clutch points per game. I mean, you're just seeing it right there.
He's waving Boogie Cousins off.
He did. A shake and bake on Rui Hachimura. Bones feeling it.
So although his stats aren't there, although he's not getting the minutes that you would expect out of a rising rookie, 18 minutes a game, it's not too shabby for him, but you know, you would expect a guy like him having his own video dedicated should have more minutes than 18 minutes a game. But that just goes to show you how impactful he is in those small minutes. Scoring 9 points a game in those 18 minutes, I mean, that's pretty big. I think a lot of people have to understand the sample size in which he's working with. He's working with little time, and he's playing some of these minutes without Jokic, and so he's having to provide the offensive spark for the team when they need it most. He has the drive, he has the motivation to come in and show up game after game after game for this team. And with guys like Jamal Murray and Michael Porter Jr. set to return at some point late in the season, I'm pretty sure Bones Highland's minutes are going to decrease just a slight little bit. But that just means that when he does come in the game, he's going to be more motivated to be impactful on the court, because he knows, you know, those are the times when he needs to hone in on his craft and make people understand he's going to be in this league for a long time, playing the game he loves to play.
What do you want people to think about when they say Bones? When they say Bones Highland, what do you want people to first think about?
He's a joyful, impactful kid who can put a smile on anybody's face at any given time, at any given moment. That's what I always live by.
And I think that's the biggest takeaway from this video, the joy, the unbridled joy you would have to play a game that you love so much, and to know that it could have been taken away from you during that day 4 years ago. It's so admirable to see a kid like him have the perspective he has on the game. It shows a lot of strength, a lot of resilience, that he's had to go through so much. And yet, despite all that, he still has that unbridled childlike joy and passion for the game. It just speaks volumes. And now I'm fully invested in seeing this man's career pan out, hopefully in a way that he would be a great player in the league. One of the greats. That would be a great thing to see. Now, one thing I love in the NBA more than anything are these storylines that we're seeing with guys like Highland. And I think this season we're being spoiled with these storylines, as Klay Thompson returning from an injury that, you know, he's had to deal with for many years now. It seems like it's been ages since he's last played in the finals. Now he's going to hopefully be a big part of the Golden State Warriors push to make it back to the finals. And I think it's a video worth watching if you've been inspired by the story that Highland has had. I'm confident you're going to feel the same way about this one. Alright, peace out.